to the first of my series of How to Be Basic. Let me just say there is nothing wrong with being basic, and when you're being basic, you know what you want and what is needed. My How to Be Basic series essentially shows you how I choose what is important and evaluate what I really need in life. In the first series of How to Be Basic, I will be talking about makeup. There are 3 things that I consider when I purchase things. 1, will I use it every day or often? 2, do I have anything that is similar to this product and would it work better or just as well? 3, is it good and does it work well with my skin? Of course, I still want to enjoy buying things, so I don't think I can ever go living zero waste, but I think living in moderation and being conscious about your purchases makes a huge difference. Did you know that makeup expires? There's an icon on the back of your makeup kit, and if there isn't one that's really sketchy, there should be a number at the back and it'll tell you when it will expire. If it says 24, it means 24 months. If it says 16, it means 16 months. You want to make sure that you use as much as you can before it expires. You don't really want to be using makeup that is expired because think of your skin as your mouth. Do you really want to be eating expired food in the first place? Makeup has chemicals and it's best to use it given the time frame that the chemist gives you. That's why having what you need is very important, and it will save you a lot of money and give you the chance to buy the pricier types of makeups rather than buying multiple cheap ones that serve the same purpose. Moving on, this is my entire makeup collection. I use it for work, events, and for the everyday. I've done a lot of research. The best thing to do is go to the counter or to try it. I have a dry skin type, so the products I am recommending may not be suitable for you. But I think the most important thing to take away is that the type of purchases you have made should suit your skin. First I want to cover is lip balm. I have 2 types of lip balms. One comes out of a squeeze tube and the other from a stick. The reason why I have 2 is one is used at home and the other is used for the outside. The Glossier mintbalm.com is one of my favorites. I use it for home and overnight purposes. I apply it overnight and my lips are ready in the morning. Then the Burt's Bees lip balm in pink grapefruit is what I bring outside for hygienic purposes. Sometimes when my hands aren't clean, I can just use applicator to apply rather than use my fingers. It's not as intense as my Glossier lip balm, it's just to make sure my lips don't start cracking. Next up, I have primer. I have 2 different types of primer. You've seen me use this in my 3 videos. These are the Laura Mercier primers. One is a hydrating kind and one is the radiance kind. I have 2 different types for 2 different occasions. The radiance primer is for special occasions and the other is for everyday use. Sometimes I still like to put a little bit of radiance primer on my everyday look because I want to look like I have glowing skin. For foundation, I've also got 2. I think the maximum number I'm willing to go for foundation is 3. As of now, I'm really happy with the 2 that I have. I've got the Kojendo foundation for everyday dewy look and it gives light to medium coverage. Then I've got the Luminous Silk foundation from Giorgio Armani, which has a medium to buildable full coverage. These are good for my skin because it doesn't make my makeup look cakey and it gives a flawless and dewy look. When you're looking for foundation, find something that suits your skin type and test it before you buy it. For real. For my eyes, I've got 4 different types of eye palettes. They range from light everyday looks to more intense special occasion. When I purchase palettes, I need to make sure I don't have the same color, the pigment is excellent, and if it blends and stays on your lids. Sometimes relying on YouTube videos isn't necessarily the best because you need to test it out yourself and see if it works for your skin. I'm probably going to repeat this multiple times, but it's #true. First, I've got the Bobbi Brown eye palette of 6. I've customized my own palette and picked shades that suit my skin color. These are all matte colors that are used for every day. Next, I've got the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I read a lot of rave reviews about it, and when I tested out the pigments, they were so buttery and pigmented. It was just beautiful. These colors are for special occasions or when I'm feeling extra for the everyday. They have a mix of heavy shimmer and mattes. The newest palette I recently purchased is the Peach palette by Too Faced. I got this because of the pinkish peachy blush colors it offers. They range from matte to shimmer. They've got green, purple if you're feeling a bit adventurous. My final palette is a Tarte Tartelette palette. It's a matte palette that offers heavier pigmented shades in comparison to my Bobbi Brown palette. Yes, it's very similar, but I can use this for everyday and night occasions due to the other dark MAC color it offers. Overall, I get the chance to at least use these palettes within the week. I think it's important to make use of the makeup you've purchased rather than leaving it and buying tons of palettes that you might not even use and you probably will only use once. Try to make sure that you can use it more than once. Also for my eyes, I've got 3 different eyeshadow sticks from Laura Mercier. They give heavier pigments, shimmer pigments, metallic pigments. I usually like applying it on my lid to make my eyes pop. I've got 3 different shades, a light and medium dark shade to cater to different looks. Then here I have the Avene Thermal Spring Water. I use it for better application of makeup. Then I move on to contouring. I use the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick for an everyday look. Then a shimmery, shiny, baked look. I use Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. For concealer primer, I apply the Ooh La La eye brightener that I use before applying concealer. Then for concealer, I've got 2 different types to address the different occasions. The Boing Concealer by Benefit gives a lightweight hydrating coverage and I use it for the everyday. Then my favorite concealer of all time is my Burberry Concealer that I use for work and special occasions. I still want to try the Shape Tape Concealer by Tarte. I don't want to purchase it yet because I haven't been able to go abroad and find it and try it, but I've heard a billion people raving about it and I do want to pick the right color for my skin tone. So once I get the chance to travel abroad, I probably might purchase it if it works for my skin. This one is one of the few powder products I have, since I don't like using powder because my skin looks like the Sahara Desert when I use powder. It's the Laura Mercier Loose Powder. It's a fine powder that I apply on top of the concealer when I want my makeup to stay longer for special occasions. For blushes, I use cream blushes. My favorite kind is the Bobbi Brown Cream Shadows. I use 3 different shades for different occasions. I would probably get another color, but for now, 3 shades have worked for me. I love the cream blushes because it makes my skin look dewy and it fits my dry skin type. Last, I have my highlighters. Again, I got the cream type of highlighters. I feel like I want my highlights to look natural and dewy rather than having intense light beams on my face. So I've got 2 different shades. The WhatsApp from Benefit has a lighter yellow tone and the Girl Meets Pearl from Benefit has a pinky rose tone. It depends on the type of makeup I'm putting, and I feel right now that these 2 shades are good enough. For my eyebrows, I've got the Highbrow by Benefit to highlight my eyebrows. Then I've got the Magic Duo Eyebrow set that I've created myself, the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Brow Color that I use to fill in my brows. This stays on forever, and this is coming from someone who has no eyebrows and doesn't enjoy reapplying makeup during the day. Then I have to finish my brow look. I use Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit to make my brows look more realistic. Lol. And then for my final products are my lip products. I've got the Kylie lip kits. You know, they were all the hype and it is definitely worth the hype. This is one of the products I did not try because you have to purchase it online, but I made sure I researched a lot. The lip liners are by far my favorite. They're creamy and apply smoothly. I've tried a bunch of lip liners, but this is the best in my opinion. I have 4 different colors, different shades that I can wear for every day, and it gives a natural look. To follow the liners, I've got the Kylie Liquid lipsticks in 6 different colors. These are also amazing because they stay on all day, and even if you eat, it stays on and it's not so drying. To give me a light shimmery sheer look, I've got the YSL Shine Rouge lipsticks. Then to finalize my lip collection, I have a nice tint, the Bennett tint by Benefit. It gives a nice shade to your lips. So that is my entire makeup collection explained. I try my best to finish these products, and I'm not telling you that I'm limited to using these. If I end up trying out something that's even better, I will purchase it once I finish whatever I have. Again, these are my own suggestions on my How to Be Basic series. If you are inspired by this and want to start owning a makeup collection that you can use, I would love to see what you consider essential. Tag me and show me what you got. Alright, and that is it. See ya. Merci beaucoup. Goodbye.